never following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are. You're a dream that I could finally see. I just want us to always be, to always be. Let's stay here, let's stay here and love. Let's stay here, let's stay here and
Hi, thank you for watching eSailing TV. You can follow us on different social medias online. Go to twitch.tv/eSailingTV and follow us, or just go to Twitch, write eSailing TV in the search area. Then you come to our channel. Here you can scroll down, see the rest of the social medias we are on. YouTube, Facebook, homepage. Please subscribe. Get direct notifications when we are online. You can also go on the videos. If you didn't watch the last live show, you go here and see it. You can also see some of the clips we are doing, or clips some of the other viewers have been doing. Are you more the Facebook type? Then please go to Facebook, write eSailing TV. Then you will get to our Facebook page. When you're in the Facebook page, you can see the live shows. We're doing live shows on two channels, Twitch and Facebook. But when you're scrolling down, you will also see clips, small clips, learning videos of what we're doing. Here we're attacking people. Here we're attacking sports federations. So a lot of people will know that we're live. Please share, please like, please follow us. We're also on YouTube. go to YouTube, write eSailing Space TV. If you're going on eSailing TV, you can see a lot of videos. Right now, more than 100 videos are online. Here you can go back in time, see some of the races, or see some of the really, really good duels we have. You can also see a learning video. We're placing everything up there, but we're not sending live on YouTube. I just have to say thank you for following eSailing TV. Please subscribe, please like, please share what we're doing. Together, we're growing eSailing TV and eSailing in total. Thank you for watching. Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to all of you joining in to eSailing TV this night. Tonight we are doing a special edition where we will follow the official first online sailing club, VRI online sailing club. They are going to do practice tonight. They are going to have some fun and we are going to see what they're doing. eSailing has grown so much that we are seeing that private sailing clubs are coming up, popping up all around the world. But this one is organized by some young people. It's organized by Lucas Moore, Cube, Asir. But just to say, this online sailing club VRE has some members that we know quite well. They have almost every member who participated at World Cup Championship 2018 in Sarasota, Florida. Epicure, L1, Alexander Menino, Willista 7-1, Havuk is there also. Matt, I can't remember his gaming name, but I think it's Aussie. There's there. And then they also have some of the really good talents. Asir is also there. Cube, we are going to see Maradoni from Great Britain. Valent, this is Alberto Carraro from Italy, but he's living in London. We see SNPJ Luca, who won the spring playoff, and I can continue mentioning people, Enjoy, and so on and so on. The way they can do private practice without anybody can interfere with them is that they're organizing what we call private races. And I'm just waiting for the club to come online and to start the races. So let me show you how you can do your private races yourself, how you can practice with your friends, how you can do competitions in your sailing club. Hi and welcome to eSailing Learning. Today we are going to speak about how you can race against your friends, how you can organize something private. Normally you go into these official races, you race a lot of skippers from all around the world, we can see here, but none of them are your friends. You want to race your friends. So how can I do it? When we're going into it, we can just go to the side. Here you can see I have my friends just here in the bottom. I'm pressing in there and can invite them into what we call duel mode. Just press the green button, but you have to organize it with your friends. They have to be online together with you. They're not able to be in a race like I'm floating here, and then you can race them in a duel mode class. But I want to do something bigger, better, and together with my sailing club, my sailing friends, I go into private races, create a race. In here, when I'm creating a race, first of all, I'm choosing which boat we're going to sail. I'm choosing Formula 18. Pressing in a code 123456. Don't use that code, use another code, because the server is automatically using the code to make people join in the server. When you're going in, then the server is generated, you go in and you are the admin. The one who's creating the game is the admin of the game. Here we can see it's using the classic format of the Formula 18, racing a lot from side to side, and then in the end racing around the middle mark, going to the finish line. When we're in the race, you can see we can race up to 20 skippers. 20 skippers. So I can do a race like real life. So 20 skippers can race against each other. And I am admin, so I decide when the race to start. The starting button in the top, when I press it, the race starts. Right now I'm starting a race where I'm all by myself, so I can race and win Normally eSailing TV doesn't win races, but today we can win the race. We're all by ourselves. So, if you want to race your friends, you want to do something special more than the official races, please go in, do private races or do dual modes against your friends. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back with more info. And we'll come back in. I can see the first private race is starting up, and with us in this one we have from France we have the young Seer, 20 years old. We have Confluentia from Switzerland, who's going to participate in the Swiss final here in Saturday. SNP PJ Luca, Finkelpunk and Epicure. This is going to be a race of giants we're starting up with this night. And see how they practice the start. Some of them are coming from outside, turning their boat in, trying to get some speed, a penalty to Asir. This is what we're speaking about. These players are practicing their start all the way. But Asir, I'm not worried about him. He will have a chance to get back in the race. We can see the fleet is splitting a little bit up. Confluentia is attacking or crossing straight away, doing attack on Epicure. He wants to be in control, but according to server, it's SNPJ Luca who is in front in this race. What we saw was Asir, and I think it was Epicure, was coming from the outside of the starting line and came with the Spinnaker up, tried to come in with speed and then turn around the starting line. Just in a time turn, and then they could get a really good speeding start and catch some meters. Today here they're racing towards a gate mark. They're racing upwards here, so let's see who will do the best when they're coming upwind. Right now it's SNPGA Luca who is in front, but they have to give away for Epicure and Confluentia and Finkelpunk. If they are hitting one of them, they will get a penalty. But see how good they are. They're just timing it. Asir and SNPGA Luca is going in between the other boats. Asir coming from the outside. It's still SNPGA Luca in front. Spinning her up. Epicure hitting the mark. Taking a chance coming around. But it's practice. So they are trying to push the limit of their boats all the time. They know how to play eSailing. They know how to do it in the hard way. Confluentia is in second. He's 20 meters behind SNPJ Luca, but see, he's under attack at the moment from the young Asir, who had the worst start of all, but he's in third position and he has a chance to get back in the race. Trust me, he is back in the race already. But SNPJ Luca all by himself in front. He just have to perfectionize his sailing, read the radar, capture the wind. They're going upwind for the second time, and then they're going to the gate mark to race downwind. So we are going to see a fight when they're racing downwind. Upwind, it's all about capturing or losing 5 to 6 meters. Rest of the game here is how they're racing downwind. Who will do the best job? Who will read the radar? And who will attack each other? See, Confluentia is going to the right side towards the lane mark here and going up. Let's see how much wind he will capture. 5.8, 5.9. The other has 6.0. So right now he's losing a little bit of momentum. Now he's also on 6.0, but you saw SNPJ Luca was 6.3. But you have a good angle. The other boats have to give away, and he also sailed the shortest distance. So see, he's keeping his second position, and right now he's only 30 meters behind SNPG Luca. Spinning her up, they're going to race downwind for the last time. Can Confluentia get into SNPJ Luca? If SNPJ Luca gets more than 23 meters, he did there, he is going home safe. So right now we will have a fight between Asir and Epicure. No, Epicure and Asir splitting up. Asir getting 13.2, Epicure of 30.1. So Asir a little bit faster than the other boats. So he's trying to take some speed and come in front of Confluentia, Can he do it? Can he manage to do it? Right now, Confluencia is 13.2, Azir 13.9. So it's all about who is in the best position. A win for SNPJ Luca in this first practice. Confluencia in second. Then we have Azir in third. And Epicure coming in fourth. Finkelpunk coming in fifth. It's practice. It doesn't mean anything if they're losing. They're having fun. They're really doing their job to get a better result when they're going to fight for the upcoming playoffs for the World Cup Championship. These sailors know each other so well that this is all about perfectionizing and also to practice taking chances, push the boats to the limit. We just go in and see here, and we can see the Neo server is not ready yet. I can see when they're ready there will be more than 5 to 8 ships in it. So let's see who will be in next race. I will just go in. I have access to the online sailing club and their private chat just to see who is in there. So I will just give some time to write off all of them, what's up and how we're going to do. So everyone, who's next? So we are just waiting for the next one to be created. We can see here right now this is the servers that are started, so we'll go in and see that we can't join other servers because they have started up already. We can see who's in there. This is Jamie Brinks just having fun, Jago having fun, a boat having fun. They're just in exploring this fantastic opportunity to get in. You can also, if you have a private race, then to join, then you have created this code in the start. As I showed all of you, let's just show it again. In the introduction video, you go into this time. It's fantastic with Virtual Regatta. They are changing the game. They're upgrading all the time. So instead of call it private races, they now call it quick races. You go into quick races, then you can create a race. You can either choose it to do it private, then you push in the code, choose your boat you want to do it. It's free of charge, and then create the game. If you're creating a private, then when your friends are going to join, they're pressing this green button in the bottom, and then they're pressing the code, and only they can access the practice. If you do an open one, then everybody can join. Example, this one, we can see this is an open one. I can see this is the online sailing club in there, and they are really going to practice. Let's see if I can go in before time and watch them without getting my boat into the race when they're getting to practice. Right now we are in the server, so let's see who is with us in the next race. We have the young Azir from France. We have Empower. Empower, you always these flags, New Zealand, Australia, please write me in the chat. As I think this is New Zealand, there's no white star behind the British flag, so it's New Zealand Empower is from. Then we have Finkelpunk, he's from Great Britain. Then we have Jester with us, there we have it, he's from Australia. Epicure from France, Confluencia from Switzerland, SNPJ Luca from Italy, and then we have Minui from France. There could be up to 20 skippers in this race. So right now, until the race has started, I can't see all the skippers. But we have an 8 skippers sequence. So 8 skippers are ready from start in this race. It's going to be better and better, harder and harder to play this race, because now it's all about tactics, getting in positions like real sailing. If you're getting a penalty in start, you might have lose, special in this crew. Azir at the moment is number 1 in the new world ranking list, but we have been seeing him the last couple of races. He has been doing 100 in best series score, but he's up against Epicure. He was part of the World Cup Championship 2018 in Sarasota. Confluencia, we have been speaking with, he's number 2 in the Switch League. Then we have SNPJ Luca. He's, as I remember, number 4 in the Italian league, and it's a very strong league with Velista 7-1, with Pilicado, with Alexander Menino, and I can't remember who's number 2 at the moment. And then we have the British Jester. I can't remember. I think he's 5th in the league. Now here's the start. See that start again. They're coming from the outside, timing it to go in and up. Azir timed it perfectly. See how he's in front of the others. Nice, perfect time by Azir. He wins 5 meters to Confluentia, who is on the opposite side here. It's good. The fleet is splitting up. Epicure going to the right. We can see it's Empower. He's tacking also towards the right side now. Let's go into the chopper and see it from here. Then we can see how they're splitting up. Azir, he's in control. Let's go a little bit closer to him. Azir is in control of Yester. Yester can't tack up until Azir has been tacking, because then he will sail into him and lose momentum. I think the distance is so good that he can tack up without doing. Yeah, he can. We can see SMPJ Luca going on the backside of Confluentia. Then we have Empower also tacking up. Here Azir tacking up. Confluentia tacking up before time. This is all about getting an angle to this gate mark they're coming towards. It's Azir in front. SNPJ Luca according to server in second. I think we will see Confluentia in second and Jester in third. But let's see what happens when they're coming towards the gate mark. What will they choose? Will they choose to go to the right? Will they choose to go to the left? Right now it's Azir coming first. As I told you, he's coming first. See, Jester has to give away because Confluentia and SNPJ Luca had the priority here. So Jester going the opposite direction, but we have a fight between Confluentia and SAPG Luca. Confluentia not capturing SNPJ Luca in the wind shadow, and so they're not fighting for positions yet, but they're more fighting just to get some wind and get a good position. But it's a CRC 40 meters ahead. Jester coming with speed from the opposite side. He chose to go opposite the others and won some meters and kept his second position. Azir going to the right side. Jester following him. SMPG Luca will do the same, going small around, and same thing Confluentia. Empower also, Epicure, and all of them going to the side. Look at the windsock, it's coming from left towards right. We are going to experience a wind shift where they're going from, I think the wind will change. No, it's going more hard from left towards right. So right now they're capturing it quite good in their sails. 5.9, 6.0. The best thing you can do in this boat type is capturing it, capture the wind to 6.3 upwind. So it's an okay speed. See, just a 6.2 he had there. But he's losing momentum and meters, and he has to give right away for Azir because he was going to have to win from right side into the sails, so he has the priority. So Jester keeping his second, but see how we are fighting for third here. SNPJ Luca getting a penalty by Confluentia. He's a sneaky guy. He knows when to attack using the rules. He's actually one of those here that's a non-sailor in this race here and has been fighting his way up. He's living in the northern part of Switzerland and by a river, so he has never been sailing, but he has been learning the rules by playing Virtua Regatta and getting into rules. See, they're going to fight downwind. It's a win for Azir, but let's see that fight over here. Empower been fighting SNPJ Luca. It's a costly penalty. See, he's in 5th position. Because of that penalty given by Confluentia. It's a win for Azir. He's making fun with the others, sailing the opposite direction just to see it. It's going to be Jester. No, Confluentia is taking second, Jester third. It's all about reading the wind and taking the right angle. Nice done by Confluentia, winning the second position. And then we have Epicure in 4th. We're going to SNPJ Luca in 5th and Empower in 6th. And in the end, we're going to have the French boat. I need to learn some French. It's not what we're learning in Denmark. We are learning mostly German and English and some Swedish and Scandinavian languages. Good race by the skippers here. See, Azir. Nice race by him. 8 seconds ahead of Confluentia. And what we saw with him was this fantastic start. If we see here, here's the starting line. Most of the boats are coming from behind of the starting line to get in position. But what we see here is Azir, he's practicing coming from the outside, going into the starting line and just turn around. Same thing Epicure is doing. So they're really finding all the ways they can to get into the races. It's fantastic to see. Looking forward to see the next race when it's coming up. It's we are tonight following the online sailing club VRI. It's the first official sailing club. They are hosting their own tournaments, doing their own practices, writing and talking together on Discord, how they can perfectionize their races, what to do, what to change, which boat types to practice. And actually I was told by one of the race officers, a Cube, who might join me in studio later, that they will practice the NACRA tonight. So I'm looking forward if we're going to see some NACRA races. It's a little bit faster than what we're seeing right now. I think it's the Starboat we're seeing at the moment. So it's more about speed and speed and speed and capture the win. Where the Starboat, it's strategy, reading the radar, capturing the wind, and you can still win if you're getting a penalty, where in the NACRA you might lose everything. If you should have any questions for tonight's stream or this practice they're doing here, please write me in the chat. You can see now there's 10 out of 20 in the server. More and more members are joining in at the moment. So I think we might see a huge race tonight, maybe a 20-20. It's not often we see that. Normally in Virtua Regatta inshore, we most have 9 skippers in one race. But let's see who will be in there. Maybe we will experience my young Dane, but Lucas Moore coming in later. We already in the server. It's starting up at the moment. We can see a series here, and then we have a new boat from Holland. It's Butler Briggs. Then we have Timo. He's new for tonight. We are in the NACRA. I can see it's Timo from Spain. Empower is there. Jester is there. We have Maradoni with us. We have Confluencia. We have SNPJ Luca. We have Manuel. Then we have Lefty from Greece. Welcome in the server. And then we have Finkelpunk back in the race. The NACRA is a little bit special to race, as I'll tell you. It's all about speed. See how they're all just sailing around. But out here, Luke Asir, he's trying to do the same trick again. Waiting for the win, waiting for the opportunity to get in. And do we have other boats outside? No. Rest of the boats will come from behind. No, Asir is going from behind. The wind is not with him. So let's see what they will do. What we might see here in the online sailing club is that the skippers are going to use speed to come towards the starting line. Normally we see in some races that the boats are just laying at the starting line and waiting around 3 seconds from the starting line, and then they release their sails and get into speed. But here it will be timed, so they will race quite fast and come into the race with speed. See, 6 seconds. See how they're coming from behind. It looks almost like Sail GP's F50. 1 second, it all timed perfectly. And see Lefty, he did the standing start and lost it. Oh, here, see how they're doing here. It's fantastic. It's fantastic what they're doing here. It's good race here. It's going too fast. This is not the NACRA. This is the F18. That's why. In front, it's Maradoni. Then we have Timo in behind. See how fast it's going. It's just following in this angle here. They're coming towards the skate mark. Then they're going upwind. First, Maradoni. Second, Confluencia. SMPG Luca. Penalty to Confluencia. Penalty to Asir. Empower. Bot. Then we have Finkelpunk. And we have Jester. And not the best start is from France. Melville. And then we have also Lefty, who hasn't started that boat yet. Let's go up to chopper view, see how the fleet is crossing, splitting, trying to find wind. 14.2, that's fast speed upwind. 13.8, see they're crossing each other. This boat's coming from right towards left, have the priority. So if other boats sailing into them from left towards right, they will get a penalty. So it's all about getting a good position, get a good angle. But also we have something with this boat class here. When we're racing this boat type here, if you're going upwind, like we're seeing in the Sail GP F50, when they're losing wind, poof,
the boat breaks, it stops, it can't sail. So this is all about also getting the right angle into your boat when you're coming towards this gate mark in the top. Then it's going to be a race downwind when they're coming here. It's Maradoni coming first. There he is. Good angle. And he keeps his angle. Spinning her up. It's coming up now. There. No, it's not that well timed. Losing a meter. A penalty to board. SMPJ Luca and Asir fighting for third. It's Empower fifth. Jester. Then we have Confluencia. We have Fingerpunk and Timo there. Let's see how they. Let's go up to the chopper view again. Let's go to one of the other boats. See it from chopper view. See here we can see how they're fighting each other downwind. Maradoni, they're trying to capture wind 25 knots. It is almost like the F50s. It's almost 50 knots. See how they're coming towards the gate mark. Let's see. Maradoni spinning at top sails down, and there, I think it's called a Gunnereo, I learned last night. A seal with a penalty given by SMPG Luca, or he sailed into him. Empower, Bart, Confluencia, Timo, Jester, and Fingerpunk. And most of the fleet are choosing to go to the right side. Let's see it from here, from top view. It's still Maradoni in front. Good race by him, but when they're coming towards this gate mark, they need to hit the mark in the middle. It's the middle mark and then the race for the finish line. And when they're coming to there, a lot of things would happen. They're crossing, Asir crossing, Confluencia crossing. So right now, Maradoni, SMPG, Luca, Empower has caught win and are getting in the lead for the first three position. Bart from Holland is there. Confluencia now in sixth position. Timo and Fingerpunk and Asir fighting for getting back in the race. We'll just go straight away to this top mark. Gesundheit and sorry. And there we have it. Maradoni sees coming with angle. He's a little bit outside of the lay mark, but the best wind speed you can see, it's an angle into the lay mark. So he is in the perfect angle to just go around, spinning her up here now. No, there it up, top sails up. SMPG Luca in second. Then we have Asir, he's going to fight for fourth. Empower in fourth. Asir now in fourth. Bart in fifth. Confluencia, and then we have Fingerpunk in the other. But this is going to be exciting. Here it's going to be fast. Here many mistakes happens in the F18. Maradoni quite well around it. SMPG Luca, and now it's Empower's turn. Good turn by him, but see Asir coming in another angle. He has a little bit speed. Who will take it? It's a second to SMPJ Luca. It's Empower in third, Asir in fourth, Bart from Holland in fifth, Confluencia in sixth. Then we have Jester coming in 7, Timo coming in 8, and Finkelpunk coming in 9. See here, these guys don't have the big sails up. Some of the boat skippers has the big sail up when they're coming around the mark. I'm normally doing it because I will catch around 1 knot more than we normally see. Fantastic race again by the skippers. Congratulations to Maradoni. We know all these skippers are top skippers, so we know they can race. So I don't want to speak about about why it's going good or why it's going bad. It's about the start, it's about the timing, and don't get a penalty in this sailing club, then you will be hurting. A new server, no, this is, wow, fantastic. See here, Lefty and a lot of Israeli boats are having fun together. I love when people are going and doing private races. This is why we're doing commercial for them, so you can go in and practice and fight your friends. So congratulations to you guys for doing this in here. I have seen Tall_1 before. I have seen Lefty before. Rest of the boat, Cassiope. I haven't seen them before on eSailing TV stream. A new server is going to start. We can see To Do, Lutu. Also one of the really top performers. I think he was number 6 in the world ranking list last time. Oh, here in the race. But I can say that about all the skippers in the online sailing club. They are top performers. They are top 50, most of them. So, And I'm pretty sure that some of these boats we will see in the World Cup Championship 2019 in Bermuda. We're waiting for the starting sequence, so let's stay in this window and wait for it and see what will happen, and then we'll do a small presentation when they're going to start. I can see now 10 skippers are in the server. This is going to be one of these huge races again. I can see a boat that's not part of the sailing club has joined the server. It's an open server, so you're welcome to join, but best of luck to boat 90349. Normally when you have that name, you're a guest player. I haven't registered your own user, so let's see how they will do. It's a Seer, it's Empower, it's Finkelpunk, it's To Do, Lutu, it's Jester, SMPJ Luca, it's Bart, it's Confluencia, it's Timo, and a boat in the server at the moment. I think it's a Seer who is race officer, so he will start the race when they're getting ready. So let's see what they're saying. Right now I can't see anything in the online sailing club when they're starting, who's in control, so I just think they have another private server they're writing. Here's the procedure, so let's go into it. First of all, a Seer from France, Empower from New Zealand, Finkelpunk, Great Britain, To Do, Lutu, Great Britain, Jester from Australia, then we have SMPJ Luca, Italy, Bob from Holland, we have Confluencia from Switzerland, Timo from Spain, and we have a boat from... I can't remember that flag. Oh, I have to take care of what I'm saying, but I think we are in the area of Yugoslavia, Croatia, down there, but I'm not sure, so please don't kill me for saying it wrong. See how the boats are sailing wrong. Let's see what a Seer is doing at the moment. He's all by himself, sailing all from behind, looking and watching the other boats. 25 seconds to start. Let's just try to follow this young skipper and see how he will start this race, and see what he's doing. We've been seeing some interesting practice from him today. So right here, he's coming in from behind. 8 seconds. He will release the best wind speed now. Time it to 1 and see how timed it is. 1 second before coming to start. He has the best start. Timo in second, To Do and Lutu. We just keep our view on the Seer. He's a little bit outside of the mark. So the other boats are coming in front of him. So a small angle in this boat coming towards the mark. You can lose everything. So it's the British boat in front. It's Timo in second from Spain. A Seer is now in fourth, Bart in third. Let's go to the mark here. See there, To Do and Lutu. It's Timo, Jester, Bart, a Seer giving a penalty to Empower. SMPJ Luca, Finkelpunk. We also have a penalty given to a Seer by it's Confluencia giving him it. Let's see, the fleet is splitting a little bit up. It's only Empower who's trying to capture in SNPJ Luca, a Seer going his way, Bart also, Confluencia, and now we can see To Do and Lutu is also coming this way. All boats going to the left. It's because we have a wind shift at the moment. See the windsocks in the top left corner. They're going from right towards left. I know the windsocks way to right is going the opposite direction, but see the other socks and see how dark the wind is. The dark area in the radar is on the left side. You can also see in the map here in this view, it's because there's a lot of wind. Let's see here, 13.8, 13.9. So right now they are trying to capture this wind over here. We're going to have some fights here. Let's go down and see it here. It's Bart. It's SNPJ Luca. It's captured a little bit in it. Jester. We can see that boat who joined the server. He's 230 meters behind the other boats. He's really trying to get into the race, but it's a hard one to start with. To Do and Lutu still in front. Coming first around here. A short one at the left side. Timo. See how they're going around it. Bart not timing his spinning, his big sail the good way. SMPJ Luca is attacking him. And then the other boats coming here. Penalty to Jester for hitting the mark. Let's see if we can see. Is there a fight here? No. Luca going away from the fight. So it's still To Do and Lutu in front. Timo in second. See here SNPJ Luca coming in, throwing Dirty and Bart. There's now 1 knot in difference between these two boats, so you have to use your wind shadow. You have to attack some of the other boats this way to get a faster speed than them. See how it's going. It's really going fast. It's a pleasure to see this race, because see how fast the boats, and the race takes around 3.5 minutes, so we only have 45 seconds, then we will see the first boat coming towards the finish line. Let's go into the chopper again. We can see to do and Lutu, he's all the way in the right side. Jester, Fingerpunk tacking in it more because Jester attacked Fingerpunk, but Luca 14.2, and now they're tacking up to the right side. Timo here. There we have the boat who joined the server. There we have Confluencia, we have Empower. So right now to do Lutu is in front. And where's Timo? Where is Timo hiding? He's hiding here. I'm not sure he will keep his second. Maybe he will. He's closer to the top marks. So let's see what they're going to do when they're coming up here. Are we at the top mark? Please stop that one. This is the wrong top mark. Let's come up to this top mark. Here they are. To do and Lutu, he's going to do a short turn again. Not well timed. See how he slowed down, and the top big sail came up too late. Timo, also good time. SMPJ Luca timed it well, but Confluencia, Empower, Fingerpunk coming in here. And we can see Asir, this is not his race this time, but he's also racing giants. So let's see. They're already at the middle mark. It's a win for To Do and Lutu. It's a second for Timo. See, they took the big sails down. Why don't they keep them up? He's keeping it up. 19.4. Actually, they're slower when they have the big sails up, coming around the middle mark. So it might be a good idea to take it down, and then you can capture the wind in a better angle. Some of the skippers are keeping it up. Some of them are taking it down. Here we can see Asir is much faster than Fingerpunk. So here's a tip of the day. Take your the big sail down when you come around the middle mark going for the finish line. To do Lutu in front, winning this race, Timo in second, SMPJ Luca third, Bart fourth, Empower fifth, Confluencia 6, Fingerpunk 7, and then we have Asir, Jester, and the boat who was guesting them. He's still racing. It's fantastic to watch the online sailing club, and I know they love when we on eSailing TV are following their practicing and recording them, because they will go in and watch these races again, and again. Here again we have these Israeli boats having fun together, and there we have a new server already racing. There's something wrong here. No, it's the server we went into it. It's because the boat's still racing. Yes, it is. It's not a new race from the sailing club. So it's because this guest boat was still racing, and we have been done for almost a minute. Sometimes that's different from a new boat and some of the boats having fun. Here we can see Asir, Fingerpunk, To Do and Lutu, Empower, Timo, SMP Jeweler, J Luca, and then we have Bowstar coming into the race. So welcome, and we might also get Oho, and if we already know, I can see Alberto Camaro is playing another game. He's playing at the moment Anno 2205, so he's not going to join us tonight. This game hasn't been started yet, so let's see how many skippers coming in. We are now in the 49er. It's still a fast boat, but this time it's more tactical and strategic race than we see in the F18. The F18 win and capture your wind angles and everything the right way. I might be lucky to have a guest in studio within the next couple of minutes. If we are lucky, we can get one of the sailors with us tonight and also speak a little bit about the practice. We can see again a boat coming in. There is Oho. As I saw in the online sailing club, he's online tonight, so of course he's joining one of my favorite players from Holland, Oho. It's only because we can say his name this quite well. He's also doing some fine races. This time let's see, Asir, he's outside of, no, he's outside. See, he's going to do his trick again. So let's try to keep an eye on Asir and see what he's doing. This might be interesting to see if they're going in and doing it. Let's take the presentation. We have Asir from France, Finkelpunk from Great Britain, Tudu and Lutu from Great Britain, Empower from New Zealand, Timo from Spain, SMPJ Luca from Italy, Bowstar from Great Britain, Bart from Holland, then a French boat as a guest, and Oho from Holland. And we want to watch this sailor, what he's going to do tonight. See there. He's waiting outside of the finish line. He is actually on the racetrack. The same, the green boat Tudu and Lutu are, and the same Finkelpunk are. So they are going to practice a fast start, coming with the spinnaker up, racing just in an angle inside the starting line, timing it perfectly so they can turn around at the starting line with speed. So instead of have a slow start, they're coming with speed around 8, maybe 10 knots when they're doing it. So sadly we can't see the knots when it hasn't started. 8 seconds. This might not be the best time by Asir, but he's all by himself on the right side. 3, 2, 1. No, it's not the best start. Do we have false starting knots? So he's starting 10. So it's all about practice. So right now it's Tudu and Lutu here is in front. But let's try to see the fleet from job view. We have some crosses right now. Oho crossing on 7. We have Finkelpunk crossing, trying to catch wind much better. And the left side of the lay mark, I can see it's the classic 2-lap format, going upwind, round 2 gates marks, going downwind towards mark, and then racing upwind and downwind for the finish line. None of these boats are crossing yet. Let's try to go in. We might see them cross and attack each other. Empower, he has a chance to cross in and attack Timo and SMPJ Luca, but it's Bart who's a little bit in control. See, here's Bart crossing. Empower, see, they have to avoid him. They had to tag away. Empower with a penalty by Timo. Tudu and Lutu has to get a good angle here to get into the mark. Can he manage to do it? There they're coming around. It's Bart in front. It's Tudu and Lutu in second. SMPJ Luca, Timo in fourth. Then we have Empower, Bowstar, and the rest of the fleet coming here. We have a turn around the next top mark, spinning her up. See, they're actually timing it so it's up just before they're turning their boats. And this is what it's all about. I know Asir, he's really good in this boat. So it's only because of that start we see him there. So it's Bart in front, it's SMPJ Luca. And see, are the other boats attacking each other? Empower is attacking Timo a little bit, but only slowing him down with 0.2 knots. And here they're coming around the mark again. And an attack on Timo by SMPJ Luca. But this attack slowed him down because he was going upwind for doing that penalty on him. And that cost him some seconds. Asir getting a penalty to Finkelpunk. So when you're doing a penalty in the 49er class, you might also slow down yourself because the 49er is a little bit fluent. It's movable. So when it's moving this much, you might penalty yourself. It's Bart in front from Holland. Good race by him in this one. Tudu and Lutu in second. SMPJ Luca on the attack. Empower now in third. SMPJ Luca in fourth. Then we have Asir coming inside. Timo keeping his fifth. And Bowstar has to tag away and then didn't hit the mark. So he's out of the race and just spinning around. Let's see if we can see some of the fights downwind. Right now it's Bart in front. He's not on the attack. He's 25 meters in front. So Tudu and Lutu cannot attack him. But Asir can attack Timo. But if he's going into this fight, he might not have a chance to explore the fight against SMPJ Luca and Empower. But let's see who's winning these fights. Bart coming first, nice done. Tudu and Lutu in second. Who will take the third? It is going to be SMPJ Luca. It's Empower in in 4th, Timo in 5th, Asir in 6th, Fingelpuck coming 7th, Oho coming in 8th. And then we have the boat still racing. He's going upwind at the moment. This boat, where he is, there he is. He's just coming towards the top mark. So good races again. See how they are practicing their start. This is where you're going to learn something. This is where you're going to watch them. So let's see if we can see more races for them. I know they will practice for around 1.5 hours tonight, and I'm just waiting for my guest star for tonight also coming into the server and joining in and be part of the practice and doing it. We are waiting for the next server to start. This server here, we can see, oh, they are really, these guys know each other. They're from same country, and there we can see the guest boat has also joined their server. Might not have the same chance. This is the online sailing club. Asir, Fingelpong, Bowstar, Oho, To Do, and Lu2 is also with us online. If you have any questions or anything, just please write in the chat, and then we can go into it. There we have it. We are waiting for Confluentia is still there. A new boat 7 is there. Who's 7? Let's see. Can we maybe see off the sail? The 7 disconnected straight away. Maybe 7 is watching our stream at the moment and found out that this is a league out of him, out of his league. But still, we have Asir, Fingelpuck, Bowstar, Oho, To Do, Lu2, Confluentia, Timo, Empower, and then we have Kirkwall. Welcome on board, Kirkwall. Fantastic to have a new French boat with us. We have been seeing him also doing some really nice races in the official races. So Kirkwall from France has just joined the server and going to fight the others. I think this time we might follow To Do Lu2 in his start. There we have him. So we're going to follow the British boat. How will he start this race? Let's just keep us behind him all the time and see what he's doing. It's 1 to 11 skippers race we have here, and see how to do Lu2, the British boat. Right now they're just sailing around, having fun, getting in position. But let's see if what he's up to this time, which type of start he's going. See the other British boat waiting up there. There's 40 seconds to start. What will he do? What he's thinking? This is the exciting part. What are they thinking? I think he wants to control the left side, but come with speed. If he's getting in position and laying himself there, he might lose the start, because it's a slow start. If you're starting from 0 and going upwind straight away, then it takes 3 seconds to get speed into the boat. So they want to come with speed. See all the boats getting in position. Most of the boats are clustered in the right side, but he's all by himself here in the left. Except the other British boat, it didn't time it, but see how he's going on the starting line. There, To Do and Lu2 all by himself. Coming in Empower, getting a penalty, a false start to Timo. Confluentia attacking to the left, but the best start was for Asir, where you see he's in the middle. So let's go into chopper view. We can see a fleet split. Confluentia, Timo, Oho and Empower was tagging to the left. We have a cross now from Bowstar, but in middle at the moment we have some of the skippers in here. To Do and Lu2, Bart. We have a cross in here. We will go to Confluentia, then we can see all boats when they're crossing and what do. Kirkwall doing attack. Yeah, see how he has to tag away Oho, or else you will get a penalty, and that could be costly for Oho. But now he's on the attack, Kirkwall, Fingelpong, but Kirkwall going to, behind him. And then we can see here the other boats up here crossing. To Do, Lu2 throwing a lot of dirty air on Bart. Asir coming on the inside. See, there he is. Can he get angle into it? No, he's not angling. He's going upwind and then crossing in second. So To Do and Lu2 is in front. Bart in second. Asir in third. Confluentia in fourth. SNPG, Luca, Oho, Fingelpong and Kirkwall. And then we have Bowstar, Empower coming in. We have a small split. To do and Lutu splitting away from the fight because these two boats are fighting each other. Asir is waiting to throw dirty on Bard. When he has the opportunity, he will do it, and he will also try to pin it. Oh, Asir taking a chance, getting a penalty. He was a little bit faster. It's costly. He will go on position 6 because of this. Then Confluencia is taking the third. And we have a penalty to SMPJ Luca, trying to get on the inside of Asir, but hitting the mark. It's practice. They are taking chances. They are perfectionizing their races and also how to steer the boat. And the 49 as a fast boat is like floating when it's how can you say it? Like when a car is drifting around a corner. The same thing the boat is doing when they're doing these turns. To do and Lutu still in front. Bart from Holland in second. Asir now in third. No, he's losing his third to Confluencia. Nice run by Confluencia. Asir in fourth. And SMPJ Luca in fifth. We will follow Asir here because there will be a fight between him and Confluencia. And then SNPJ Luca have a chance to come in from behind. But right now we can see they're sailing like pearls on a string. So none of them can attack each other. To do and Lutu, he's in front. And Bart cannot touch him if he's not doing anything. And it's too late to do anything now. They're more than halfway downwind. Confluencia, and now he's tagging away. Will Asir attack him? No, Asir is keeping the same direction. So Confluencia now have to attack Asir. So there he is, controlling Asir, being in front of him. It's a win to do and Lutu. Bart in second. Confluencia keeping his third. Asir coming fourth. And see what I said there in his SNPJ Luca almost coming in fourth. He came in fifth. Oho 6. And we'll have Fingerpong in 7. Kirk will in 8. And Empower coming in 9. Coming in 9, racing in this practice race, that's not bad. That they are really doing something here. And they're really fighting each other. So let's see what they're doing. Before going into the next race, we'll just go into a small break. If you're interested in what they're doing here, then you can go in and do it with what we call a private race. So please watch this video.
Hi and welcome to eSailing Learning. Today we are going to speak about how you can race against your friends, how you can organize something private. Normally you go into these official races, you race a lot of skippers from all around the world, we can see here, but none of them are your friends. You want to race your friends. So how can I do it? When we're going into it, we can just go to the side. Here you can see I have my friends just here in the bottom. I'm pressing in there and can invite them into what we call duel mode. Just press the green button, but you have to organize it with your friends. They have to be online together with you. They're not able to be in a race like I'm floating here, and then you can race them in a duel mode class. But I want to do something bigger, better, and together with my sailing club, my sailing friends, I go into private races, create a race. In here, when I'm creating a race, first of all, I'm choosing which boat we're going to sail. I'm choosing Formula 18. Pressing in a code 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't use that code, use another code, because the server is automatical using the code to make people join in the server. When you're going in, then the server is generated, you go in and you are the admin. The one who's creating the game is the admin of the game. Here we can see it choosing the classic format of the Formula 18, racing a lot from side to side, and then in the end racing around the middle mark, going to the finish line. When we're in the race, you can see we can race up to 20 skippers. 20 skippers. So I can do a race like real life. So 20 skippers can race against each other. And I am admin, so I decide when the race to start. The starting button in the top, when I press it, the race starts. Right now I'm starting a race where I'm all by myself, so I can race and win. Normally eSailing TV doesn't win races, but today we can win the race. We're all by ourselves. So, if you want to race your friends, you want to do something special more than the official races, please go in, do private races or do dual modes against your friends. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back with more info.
And we'll come back in studio, and let me try to present it, see if it succeeds. Today with me in studio I have a special guest. It's Cube from Belgium. Cube, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Super.
Oh.
And all the spectators can also hear you, so fantastic to have you. And Cube, where are you placed at the moment?
Well, at the moment I'm at home in Belgium.
In Belgium, yeah. And where in Belgium do
Yeah.
you live? Just curiosity.
Well, at the coast, like nearby the beach.
Okay.
Well, we all need water in our lives.
You all need water in your life. So let me guess, Cube, I know you a little bit. You're also a sailor when you're not doing eSailing. Cube?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
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 You're
I
also
can...
sailing when you're not doing eSailing.
Yeah. Like most of the time I'm just a normal sailor. It's in the evening,
Yeah.
the eSailing guy.
Yeah. Cube, I will just switch a server in Discord so I can get a better chance to get you through. So there we are. Try to say something now.
Hello?
Yeah, you're still there. Super.
Okay.
Cube, you from Belgium, you're a sailor, and what's your favorite boat? Can you tell more about yourself?
Well, I sail in the laser radial at the moment. Well, I'm doing it on a like semi-professional level, not that high though. Just like small national regattas, international ones from time to time.
Yeah.
But like mostly depends on the distance between my home and the regatta.
Cube, your first name was Red Dragon.
Yeah.
And I know you're from Belgium. Why did you call yourself Red Dragon?
Oh, you want to hear a story again? Well, the story was that like every national team in Belgium was like red, followed by red was the national color, followed by an animal or something, or most teams had an animal. But so I thought, yeah, Red Dragon sounds good, feels nice. But actually, after a couple of months, I realized that in fact there was already a national team called the Red Dragons. I think it's the volleyball team.
Yeah, and
so I was
they're
like,
quite known,
I was like, yeah.
Yeah. So then you have to change your name, and now you're called Cube. Yeah. So, Cube, I know you're a young sailor. Okay. Oh, I can hear you have guests there. So, so Cube, you're sitting at home. Was your little brother coming in and didn't understand why you had to play tonight?
Oh yeah, he had to ask me something.
Yeah. So it's okay. It's streaming, and he doesn't know yet that you're online with me here in studio. But Cube, I'm trying to make a profile of eSailors. Why did you start playing eSailing, and why are you practicing it this much?
Oh well, I think for every sailor, it's you have that constant need of going on the water and like doing some practicing, and you want the fleet. And for us in Belgium, we're a small country and we don't have that many sailors, so it's always like difficult to have a large training fleet. So there is like some kind of thrill where you go on the water and you have a starting line with like 20 boats or even 10 boats. and you all line up, and then you start and you just race against each other. It gives you that kind of feeling which is so special about sailing. And well, I couldn't get it on the real waters anymore because like the fleet is not big enough. So I wanted another way to experience that thrill. And in fact, in eSailing, I found it kind of. And well, I just got like addicted to it. So it's very nice.
Oh, cool. That's amazing, Cube. That's nice to hear. Has you logged into the game? Just curious because I'm trying to find your profile in game just to see if I can find you here. So we can see more about your results and everything. So eSailing is giving you the same kick as real sailing, this competition kick.
Yeah. Well, yeah, indeed. Like the real kick about, for most of all the starts. Like that's really the part where you're all so close next to each other, and where it all comes down on 1 second, 1 meter.
Oh, cool. So how much practice are you doing in Virtua Regatta inshore? And then of course the question: are we going to see you in as one of the top 8 players going all the way to Bermuda?
Well, so for practice, it's sometimes difficult. Like I try to sail each evening a bit, but it's very difficult. In fact, well, I have some other things like normal sailing that I have to do as well. So to sail each evening is a bit difficult for me. That's why in most races I'm not ranked very high. Sometimes I was in the past, but right now I don't have the time anymore. So I try to do a couple of races and just like go into them, try to do as many races as I can.
But you're already qualified to the playoffs in September, isn't you?
Yeah. In the beginning of the year, I had more time, so then I was really like racing the full all the races, and then I managed to qualify.
So I'm a little bit curious. Is e-sailing making you a better sailor when you're coming in onto water? Not knowing about the winds and the sails and all that, but is it doing your competition skills better?
Well, I think the thing about e-sailing and what helps me is that e-sailing shows you that you can't um, like overthink. Uh, that's like a problem that most sailors have, or some of them at least, which is that when you're sailing, you always try to think about all the possible aspects, which is necessary, of course. But then you start making decisions which are not really necessary. For instance, you tack too much, or you start controlling the fleet when it's not necessary, those things. And e-sailing shows really good, like from the moment you tack too much, you lose all your speed and you immediately see, oh, okay, I just lost 2 places. I lost 3 places. While in real life, it's much more difficult because the races are longer. It's much more difficult to see that. So it really gives you like a feeling of the points where you have to pay attention, and like the other things where it's like, okay, I have to keep it in mind, but not really think about it all the time. So it's like a priority exercise.
So wrap it a little bit up. Because of the speed in e-sailing and the simulator is so realistic, you actually can use these skills in real sailing because you can practice it again and again and again and again and again, and that's not the same possibility you have on the water. And then you can think it faster.
Indeed. Yeah, well, it's most of all is the mental part where you make your mind clear, and then the only thing you think about is sailing, and which is like that's really special about it. When you're on the water, you think of nothing else than about sailing, and in e-sailing it's a bit the same. Once that race starts, you're really just like fully in race mode, and nothing else can disturb you except for, of course, internet connection.
Yeah, except internet connection. That's not an issue in Denmark. It's more, but I experience it's a huge issue around Europe. But in Denmark, we have a perfect net, both on mobile phones and and also at home. So, what's your favorite position? Are you playing on iPad, tablet, mobile phone, or PC? Cube?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
internet thing.
Sorry.
Which device are you playing on?
Oh, I play on my phone at the moment.
Okay.
Just a small screen, like nothing exciting.
So you're like Matt sitting here with the small mobile
Yeah.
phone in front of you,
Yeah,
already with
I
the
am.
down here. But it's quite hard to control with these huge fingers, and you only have the arrows in the corner, isn't it? So
Yeah,
you're
well,
sitting almost like
it's
this.
yeah, it's quite hard. But the thing is, and that's like the better thing about it. Well, I'm kind of quick with the zoom buttons, so I zoom in, zoom out a lot, like very often. So I can keep control of the fleet, and in fact, my screen is just big enough, I think, to see enough of the fleet.
Yeah,
So
I've heard of people with mobile phones with these big screens, but no,
yeah,
just
well,
made fun.
no.
No. Okay, cool. So if you're going all the way, we will see you on a mobile phone playing.
Well, if
Uh,
I'm going, yes,
yeah, if you're
then you
going.
will see me
Yeah.
on a mobile phone.
Okay. So is there a huge difference from playing on a mobile phone and a tablet?
Well, of a tablet, I never actually tried because I don't have one.
No?
But like I tried with and there I could immediately see the difference between PC and mobile phone. So I
There's a
think
there's a
the
huge
biggest
difference.
the biggest difference is not yet the biggest difference will certainly be between PC and mobile phone and not between mobile phone and tablet.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll try to like change to PC in the future if I want to
But don't
keep up
bother.
with the
Right
good
right
guys.
now they're made in the rules for the World Cup Championship that PCs are not allowed. So keep
Yeah, I
playing on
know.
your mobile phone or that. But we don't understand that on eSailing TV yet, and we really want to ask the question for the VC why they are removing the PCs, because this game can be played on all devices, and there's not that huge difference between a laptop, mobile phone, and steering on a tablet. You have basically the same thing. The only thing there's a difference is when you're pressing the key on the PC, the boat only turns one degree at a time. When you're doing that on mobile phone and a tablet, you can experience it. It's taking more turns.
Yeah, but even then, I think, well, the difference is really, I think the only difference why PC, in my opinion, is a bit better.
We're losing a little bit of
Like,
connection. Yeah, a little. The PC is a
yeah,
little
well,
bit bigger, bit better.
yeah, yeah, because just of the screen, I think, really
Okay.
the fact that you can experience the whole fleet in 1 second, while on your mobile phone you have to scroll around and zoom in and out to see the whole fleet. Well, that makes it much easier.
Okay, we saw Alexander Menino. He's a good example. He was playing the World Cup Championship 2018 in Sarasota, Florida, on his PC, on his laptop. And because of the new rule, he has changed his gameplay to a tablet. From him, it was a hard change, but right now we are seeing him winning big time on the tablet. He has really learned, and he actually thinks, I've been writing a little bit, he thinks it's a little bit faster to do it on tablet than doing on PC. Where on PC, you have this way of relaxing much more and take it slow and
Yeah,
easy.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit the same as with sailing without race helps or with race helps. In fact, it's some really a paradoxical thing that when you sail without race helps, in fact, you can sail sometimes even better just because you're much more concentrated and you really you know, okay, I have no helps at all. I really have to try to do my best, and actually, it works better in some cases. So it's really strange, but in fact, it's the world upside down.
Because then you really need to use all the parameters in the game. Read the angle, read where the wind is from, and where it's strongest, and how fast it is, and everything. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cube, we are going to see you race tonight, but I can see the online sailing club is not racing at the moment. Will you write them in the Discord that a new race is going to start? I know you're a race officer
well,
in this online club, and then
yeah,
afterwards we can speak about the club a little bit.
the races for tonight stopped already. So yeah, I came back a bit too late, so I missed
But I can
the
see
races tonight.
7 of them are still online, so maybe you can just invite them in and ask if they want to join
I
us.
will.
So,
Yeah.
While we're doing this, as I told before, and this is fantastic to see that a lot of you people have been following us tonight and watching our show. When we're doing these private races, we're doing it in what they call quick races now. So we have to change our video a little bit. We're doing it on ourselves. So here's a small introduction video of how you can do it. So please go in and do it. Raise your friends. Have some fun.
Hi and welcome to eSailing Learning. Today we are going to speak about how you can race against your friends, how you can organize something private. Normally you go into these official races, you race a lot of skippers from all around the world, we can see here, but none of them are your friends. You want to race your friends. So how can I do it? When we're going into it, we can just go to the side. Here you can see I have my friends just here in the bottom. I'm pressing in there and can invite them into what we call duel mode. Just press the green button, but you have to organize it with your friends. They have to be online together with you. They're not able to be in a race like I'm floating here, and then you can race them in a duel mode class. But I want to do something bigger, better, and together with my sailing club, my sailing friends, I go into private races, create a race. In here, when I'm creating a race, first of all, I'm choosing which boat we're going to sail. I'm choosing Formula 18. Pressing in a code 123456. Don't use that code, use another code, because the server is automatically using the code to make people join in the server. When you're going in, then the server is generated, you go in and you are the admin. The one who's creating the game is the admin of the game. Here we can see it choosing the classic format of the Formula 18, racing a lot from side to side, and then in the end racing around the middle mark, going to the finish line. When we're in the race, you can see we can race up to 20 skippers. 20 skippers. So I can do a race like real life. So 20 skippers can race against each other. And I am admin, so I decide when the race to start. The starting button in the top, when I press it, the race starts. Right now I'm starting a race where I'm all by myself, so I can race and win. Normally eSailing TV doesn't win races, but today we can win the race. We're all by ourselves. So, if you want to race your friends, you want to do something special more than the official races, please go in, do private races or do dual modes against your friends. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back with more info.
And welcome back in studio. Together with me today I have Cube from Belgium. And Cube, you're going to help me commentating and speak about the races we're going to watch the next few minutes. And first of all, let me do a presentation. From France, Samsan. Then we have Nara Interaza from Brazil. Moabi from Switzerland. Ophab from Belgium, maybe you know him. Fabio from Italy, Achille from Italy, PT Montino from Portugal, and a German boat. 10 seconds to start. Cube, what shall we be watching in the start?
I'll just let. Oh, okay. So now we see a beautiful race start from Sam. Actually, at the pennant, we saw that the pennant was a bit better than the other side, but it will come, of course, on the will tack. So see when Sam will tack.
What is it doing? Why are we choosing the right or the left side? What is doing the difference there?
You can see in your top left corner with the wind arrows, actually showing the wind direction on that place on the map. Okay, so it's not on the place where the players are, but they are like a bit more above the racing area. So as they come down, because the wind is flowing down, they influence the rest of the race area, and they cause like small wind shifts, small changes in the wind direction, which is of course beneficial for the sailors. So now I think we can see that Sam is in fact really in a really good position to come first. He caught that wind shift that we saw to the left, which is
Cube 2 seconds.
well, now my screen is lagging a bit.
Yeah, it's because I will just switch server on Discord for you. I think that's why. There we are. So right now we're seeing Sam in front. Sam is way ahead. He's also one of the top players. We have been seeing him races doing 100 best series score. That's quite hard to do. Then we see a German boat and Opar coming in here in second, and Achille coming in. So, Cuba, yeah,
has a free win already.
Yeah.
Look at the lead that he's got.
Yeah.
Like from now on, if he doesn't make any mistakes, it's a win for him.
Yeah.
But for second place, it will be much harder, as you see, Belgian boat Opla really getting covered by the German one, and actually he's trying to give him a penalty, which he does right now. Like jiving and going straight to the gate.
So actually we saw Opera attacking the German boat, using the rules, and give a penalty away. It's fantastic.
The mistake, like he sailed too long and he sailed too close to the Belgian boat, so the Belgian boat just had to luff up a bit and give him a penalty, which of course, like every boat will do that. Otherwise, they just get crossed. So,
but it's quite a close race for second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. A penalty to Achille for sailing into the mark. So all these boats can actually go in second. Samson, he says, has a win. If we are watching it, this is the day boat. The day boat is a slow boat. It's a tactical boat. See how big the sails are. With these huge sails, they have a wind shadow of 28 meters. But if you are downwind more than 24 meters ahead, you will be almost impossible to come back in the race against you.
We see right now Sam has a beautiful lead, just almost 50 meters upwind. That's enormous. That's just like even for the good sailors, it's really difficult to get such a big lead. And actually, we see right now that Opla managed to build up a lead as well. He's doing a really good job, and probably he will finish second. But now it's the battle for third place. Yeah. So we see the German boat here.
Let's see.
Crossing.
Opla is more than 30 meters ahead, so he will take second. So the German boat has to take care of not losing his position. Let's see, 20.
Well, the strange thing they do is right now, in fact, the left side, when we look from here, the left side of the course is actually better, and still no one is taking that side. Everyone is going to the right side, which is really strange. So I don't know.
How can you see that the left side is better than
Oh, well, very easily, because the left side has a darker spot. So when your area is darker, you know there is more wind. So now you could see that the left side was darker, which means more wind, and still everyone was going to the right, following Opla. So I think they all made the same mistake. So maybe we'll see some changes here in the between the two green boats. Maybe they will.
Yeah, we can
follow
see
each other.
that PT, he has 10 knots speed, when middle Fabio only have 8.4.
Yeah, because he's being covered by Moabi. But in fact, Moabi is just sailing away, not covering him anymore. So
was
we'll
just
see a
slightly
clear
hitting
finish.
him. So it's more wind at PT's place than at Fabio. Now Fabio getting the win. It's a second to the German boat. Then we are getting in third. It's going to be to PT. And then we have a German boat in fourth, and Moabi and Fabio fighting for this position 5. It's Fabio getting and Moabi getting in 6. But try to see here. How Sam 52 seconds in front of second boat from Belgium. It's almost a minute.
That's just and no, that's like almost impossible. Like I've never seen such a big lead before. And still, like, okay, sometimes you see it when people are not really racing, just having, but not actually racing and doing their best, and still there was such a big difference.
But Sam is also one of the players we have been seeing on eSailing TV doing a really, really nice performance. He's in the race here again, but we're not able to go into it. 30 seconds to start. We want the start. How much does the start mean of the race? I had a discussion with Alec Wilkinson Monday evening, where I said 50% of the race is the start and 50% is how you're racing. Where is your percentage?
Well, I would say I would locate it even more. I would say I think even 70% comes down to the start. And in fact, you have to see the start as not only the starting itself, but also the first 30 seconds after the start, where you position yourself to go upwind. And I think that whole part, just the moment where you come in till 30 seconds after the start, that's 70% of your race.
So just crossing the starting line and how you're reading the radar and capturing the wind, the first 30 seconds will have an effect.
For me, that's really, if you manage to get a 10-meter lead in that first 30 seconds, then you really have a very big chance of winning that race. But of course, if you sail against other like legends in the world of eSailing, you can never say that for sure.
I know some of them are really, really good. A small presentation over from Belgian, German boat with us again. Simbatone from Spain, Beetle from Spain, Girona Army from France, Lau from Spain. A boat that's a guest when they're called boat. No, he is registered as a boat from Britain, and Samsara from Brazil. Just to say, Samsara is one of the skippers we have to keep an eye on here, but second place in the last race was for the Belgian boat. So, what will you do here?
Well, again, we see Opla starting with a nice, very nice speed, but I don't know, was he over the line?
Full start?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, well, he had a lot of speed. We could see that from here, but indeed it was very close. So in fact, we have Samsara and the other boat, the guest boat, actually in a very good position, both of them. So the two white boats are doing a really good job. So we'll have to wait till Samsara attacks
Is
before we can actually see.
is it good or bad for Samsara to be in middle?
Well, the thing is, it's good if you're a good sailor. Why? Because now when there is a wind shift that you didn't see it coming, for instance, you can only lose a few meters, but you don't lose like every place. You just lose max 1 or 2 places, which is not so bad. And then you still have the chance of coming back later on in the race. So if you're on one side and the wind totally changes, then you can really be in last position, and that's really not good if you want to come back. Even for good sailors, it's almost impossible to do that. So now we'll see when Samsara attacks. Probably he will do that on the ley line.
Yeah, he's going. I think he will go a little bit outside of ley mark, get a bigger angle. No, he's following the ley mark. It's
Yeah,
he wants to attack
it
the
will
two
be
boats
very
here.
close.
Let's try
So
to
he
see
will
here.
probably, yeah, he will just, oh, we see the guest boat tacking under the ley line and actually leaving some space for Samsara. So Samsara now has the room to make a nice rounding without any trouble.
So you think it was too early for the boat to attack? He had to go a little bit closer
Well,
to Samsara.
Yeah, well, as Samsara was so close to the ley line, I would have gone behind him, in fact, and tacked just above him, because right now we see that in fact the guest boat like still managed to do a quite nice tack, so he's not that far behind, and he's like in a perfect position to catch up again. So from the moment they both jibes.
And
Yeah,
here we see
they
the
do it
huge wind shadow. Let's see the difference. 11 knots, 13.7. So he's winning 2.5 knots in speed because of this maneuver. So
he's doing a really good job here and making the distance really close between both boats. So it will really come down on that last downwind.
So we are seeing Samsara choosing again the middle where the boat is going mostly almost to the left lane mark all the way. Why go into the middle? See here he has to tack in front of him and try to control him, but he's coming with speed. No, why is tagging away? He could just go on the inside.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, well.
So.
And then in fact you know that the wind is going to shift back because the system, the eSailing system, doesn't allow the wind to change more than, let's say, 40 degrees or something. So you know the wind is going to change back. So what Samsara did, so tacking in the middle, is actually a really good choice because you know the wind is going to change back, and that will be really good for him. And now you see his lead building up.
And we saw the boat coming upwind and losing momentum.
Yeah.
So now we have to watch, is Samsara more than 22 meters ahead? 24, 25. So he is going to win. The boat can't catch him anymore. And Sebaton is going to take third. So let's see here. We can see here when we're going into it. See, the wind shadow is just outside of him. There's 25 meters in between them. The wind shadow... Oh, he's actually doing a great job. 23 meters. So right now the wind shadow is hitting Samsara. It's taking 2 knots from him. So a good job
but from
here.
the moment, the distance is just too much to really catch him. It's a really nice try though from that guest boat. So he did a really good job to try come back, but it it always comes down on a few meters.
I experience
really nice
you can only allow 20 meters ahead when going downwind, else it's impossible to take it. So
yeah, for sure, and certainly when the other boat, the other boat that is in front knows how to sail and knows how to interact with you, then they just they know what to do, and even 20 meters is a lot to cover.
And there we have the final result. Fantastic to see, and also fantastic to hear it from you, Cube, speaking about all these details and what to watch and good also good suggestions about how you can do your race much better. I will do just a small commercial. It's very important to open your boxes in the bottom, because when you're going to race the more official races where you're fighting for a good position or you're fighting for a qualification, then you can buy all these upgrades, and also you can buy your own sails and all this. And then you need the green coins. Trust me, I learned. When I don't have best wind speed with me, I lose. I lose big time. So I'm really glad of best wind speed. The rest of it I'm not using that much. So Cube, are you also using upgrades?
Well, now last week, in fact, the game like changed a bit, made a small upgrade,
Yeah.
and in fact, the whole thing about getting tokens in the cans, well, so from now on, the chances are really small to get a lot of good loot from those cans.
Yeah. Is that good or bad?
Well, it's really bad. It's really bad. I think it's a try of virtual regatta to to make the game more to earn more money from the game, because if you can't get the coins from the cans, you have to buy them. So it means that you have to spend money on it. So of course I understand virtual regatta, but still it's not really good for the e-sailers. So I'm not a big fan of it. So now I'll just try to start racing a bit without race helps and see how that goes.
Yeah. I actually now I'm more a business guy. We just saw at the start here, saw how PK is all by himself, Samsara in the middle, and a little bit attacked by Abdil. I just want to say we have Siberian here with him. He's also part of our online sailing club. He's in 7th position, but we have to keep an eye on him. We know he can race. Cube, it's the first game ever I've been playing a lot of esport, and I'm doing a lot of streaming in different esports and organize events and competitions. And this Virtual Regatta in Shore is for me the first game ever where everything is free of charge. You can race, you can sign up, you can play it free of charge on app, you can play it free of charge on browser, so it doesn't cost you anything. And then you have these small upgrades. So isn't it so in my case to have a chance to develop the game and keep it being there? I think actually it's an okay idea. And now I'm just speaking more business wise. Oh, see Sam tagging in front of PK. Will he manage to do it? Yeah, he's doing it. So, but what do you think? Can you understand the business plan in it, or is it just getting in way of having fun with the game, and will we lose players on that account?
Well,
you're lacking a little bit.
Be able to.
Yeah. So you have to start over with what you were saying.
Yeah, well, I don't think they will lose a lot of players because, the game will still grow, and I think it'll keep growing. But if they want a lot of players at the top, that will be difficult. So right now we have some of those, top players, or if we want to join them to come at their level, it will be a bit more difficult for them to do that without those tokens because it's much more difficult to earn a lot of tokens than it was in the past. So that's not really good actually.
Okay, so you're thinking, could we do another system where see here, Siberian, he was in 7 and he's fighting his way up, and now he's fighting for 3rd. He's so much in control of this our bottle. So right now it's only Witty and Sam in front of him. So what a race by him. So yeah, but then we need to what could be a suggestion, because we need the game to survive. We need the game to develop. We want developers sitting behind and make sure that the game is getting better and better and better. But at the same time, we won't pay that much money for being in the top. Oh, he's attacking here again. So do you have any suggestions?
Well, I think the thing is you can make a game as nice as you want. What I like a lot about Virtual Regatta is the fact that they don't have ads at the moment. Actually, it's one of the I think it's the only game that I know of that has no ads whatsoever in the game. So you never get an advertisement whenever you play it. For a game that is having a player base of, I don't know, more than 100,000 players, that's really good. And it's really good of them to keep it that way.
Yeah.
So I think if they want to make some more money, and if they need some more money, they should like keep it for the players. They should keep it the same. They should keep that low like entry fee price, where you don't have to pay to play the game, where you don't have to pay to be good at the game, which is almost impossible in other games. And then if they want to make more money, well, they can do it by, for instance, attracting sponsors. And I think in a game where you have the whole world looking at it, like the whole world is looking at eSailing, and a lot of sailors are actually starting with eSailing, if you can attract sponsors in that game, it will attract a lot of money, and that's for them, I think, a way to survive.
Yeah. So now I'm just throwing something up in the air. What if every time you log into the game, that there's a small commercial for the main sponsor? Instead of seeing the loading page, then you see this small commercial for the main sponsor, and then there's nothing more. Could that be a solution?
Yeah, well, yeah, like just the fact, yeah, every time you log into the game and you see the eSailing community, like the eSailing company, that screen, that loading screen,
Yeah.
if then they do a small like video of 15 seconds, I would still allow it without a problem. I would say, okay, that's nice. I would know in those cases, I would know, okay, they do it to help us, to help the sailors, to help us to be able to play the game without any problems, without any money that we have to spend on it. So then I would like even appreciate it that they show those commercials.
Yeah.
But now it's a bit, it's a bit annoying for us to know that we are trying to make this game even bigger. We are trying to attract players, and then it's not really a way to thank the player base by saying, okay, yeah, now you have to pay to buy tokens, because it's almost impossible.
Now I'm just. I know you're a young guy, but you're not that much into esport that I am. I'm a little bit older than you. As I remember, how old are you, Cube? 2022, or you're younger?
I'm 17.
You're 17, yeah. I'm a 37, so I'm 20 years older than you. But I've been playing computer my whole life. I was born with a computer, and most of the games we see. Seeing online, we're seeing in apps and all that. There are all these official channels, as we also have here in Virtual Regatta and Shore. What about building up a system where you're both winning these in the button, these cases we see in the button? You can see I'm opening one at the moment, and when you're in these official races, if you get in number one, you get certain amount of points. If you're getting, and so on, as we're seeing in other games. So up to top 1,000, you will still get some coins you can get into it. Could that be a solution also? So you actually have to be active to earn the money.
Yeah, well, the fact of being active, but the problem is that well, you have to find a way to reward better players with better loot, but to also give like beginners a chance of becoming good. And that's what I like right now about the game, is that everyone, if you're a beginner or if you're the most experienced player in the game, if you sail a third place, you have to wait 3 hours till you can open your can. If you sail a first place, you wait 1 hour. So as you can see, for instance, Acere, the French guy,
Yeah.
how quick he went. He went from a level where he was just basic to one of the best players in the world, just because he got equal chances and he got the same chances as everyone else to earn a lot of tokens and to become really good. So that's actually a still like a good feature of the game, those scans, and the fact that when you sail bad, you have to wait longer to open the cans. That's actually still a good thing. But they should include more things in the cans, like more tokens or more credits or something.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a good discussion, but let's not go this way. We have another race here. We saw Siberian trying to do the trick as Sia did earlier this night, coming from
Yeah.
outside and in, but it didn't succeed that much. And then we saw penalties.
No, indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. He was trying. At least we can give him that. But the result wasn't really what he expected, I think.
Yeah.
And actually, we saw Acere doing those things like, well, he did them like it's just easy and you don't need to practice it. But actually, I tried them myself and I saw that in a lot of cases, you're better off with a normal start than with the downwind start with a spin acron.
Super. Let's see it from here. We can see Siberian is in the race. We saw him the last race coming from position 7 with a bad start and ending up 4. And this time he also had a bad start and he's in 3rd position already. Then he's fighting F16. We know F16, we have seen him for. He can race in a high level. Then we have Spirit Service. We have Charlie Extreme. We have Emilier RX with us. Then we have Andres and we have Motok with us here. But
yeah, well,
yeah, come on, Cube.
For Siberian is in fact that F16 and Spirit Services actually got into a fight together, and when they start fighting with each other, that could be very good for Siberian, because then he could close the gap, come close to them, and then
we can see
the
fight didn't come. F16 tacked a little bit early, and Spirit went outside of the lane mark and trying to catch some speed there. So Siberian, he will get in 3rd. So the fight will come when they're going downwind, and there's his chance to get back in the race.
Yeah, well, the thing Siberian has to do now is give the opportunity for the second boat, for Spirit Services, to catch the number 1, to catch F16, and then he could come into play and catch both of them, which is of course easier said than done. But as we see right now, the number 2 is really trying to catch up F16. So let's see if he's able to do that.
Right now it succeeds quite well. But now Siberian is throwing dirty on Spirit Service, so he's in the middle of the fight now. So actually Spirit Service can run away because Siberian took over the fight with F16.
Yeah, now they are all covered, and the only one that is still having some free wind is Spirit Services, who will actually be really close to first place. Probably there will be a penalty there somewhere in the... Yeah, one of those boats will have a penalty for sure.
And it was Spirit Service getting it. Nice done by F16, and we can see Siberian going the opposite direction. Luckily for Spirit Service, the penalty is upwind. It's not that costly, but still.
He's really, yes, Siberian is really, he's now in 2nd position and really closing the gap with F16. So I hope for him, if he tacks, once he tacks, he will be able to catch F16, and the chance of doing so is actually not that small. if he's a bit lucky.
It's good timed. It
Yeah.
looks like he will capture up with F16. F16 has to tag away, or else he'll get a penalty. He's tagging. Is it too late? Oh, and F16 attacking Siberian back. This is good racing. This is good racing. So, but he has another chance here.
Siberian is really doing a good job here, closing that gap, coming really close to each other.
And there he
Ooh.
got too cocky and attacked.
Yeah.
We saw
Yeah,
F16
so the thing
did the same
Siberian-
trick before.
Yeah, it's an annoying move. I know. It's like we hate players for doing that, but sometimes it's necessary if you want to win.
Yeah. It's esport, it's not sailing, so you have to use the rules. And this time F16 did a good job, a really fine job. See how much Siberian lost there. 27 meters because of that penalty. 27 meters. That's costly.
Yeah, well, yeah, if Siberian just stayed away and waited and then in the downwind took his chance to win, I think it would be a better decision. But yeah, well, he tried.
He tried. He was a little bit aggressive, a little bit too cocky, and thought he was winning.
Yeah.
But as soon as F16 managed to straighten up his boat, then he was the priority again, because he was in front and had the win from the right side. So.
Yeah, it really comes on that 1 second, and in this time F16 was a bit better.
We have no bigger
Very nice
fights in this
race.
race, so F16 taking the win after using the rules and giving a penalty to Siberian. Nicely done by him. Good race by F16. No! He's just making fun of the others, doing a 360 and then going in. Normally we see a Seer doing that. So Spirit Service coming in second. Siberian losing everything now.
Oh,
He took a chance against Emily.
Getting covered. Oh.
So losing third,
even the fourth place.
Yeah, Andrix 5 and Charlie Extreme 6. Super. Good races here, good races. And let's see here. Here we can see the chart. See Siberian, not the best start, actually the worst start of all. Fighting his way up to third, and then losing everything in the end. So good races, good races. Cube, we're going to end up this stream here. We've been live for 2 hours now. Before going offline, which good advices do you have for new e-sailors to get a chance to become better and also to learn the game in a fast way, so they have a chance to compete against some of you top sailors?
Well, if I get the word right now. The best thing for them is to just join our virtual sailing club. I mean, we have the top players in the world. We have all the players from Sarasota. We have all the new players on top. More than 60 members already. So it's just a big community. We're active players. We try to race a lot. And actually tomorrow we start with the club championship, which will be a championship for as long as it goes, so maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years. And we do races every Monday or every Thursday. That depends. And then we just sail with as many players as possible. So just join us on Discord. Send me a message on Twitter or something. Then I can invite you to the club.
Okay.
And
then we need to learn how to find you. We have your Twitter account here. We can see it here. It's coming in the right corner. Then you can see his hashtag #CubeSailing. But if they don't have Twitter, some of the players don't have Twitter. There's another way they can contact you and write you. Example: if we're going down to the left corner here, among players, then which Poseidon are we going to find you under? Cube again?
Yeah, on Cube. So you search on Cube.
Let's see. I can't find you at the moment.
Well, it's with capital letter. It's with capital letter.
2 sec. There you are.
Okay.
There we have Cube and search. There we have Cube from Belgium. And then we can add you as a friend. And then we can write you a
Tap
letter.
on the. Okay, yeah. So then I have to accept it.
Yeah.
Then you can start writing me a message. Then I can explain you everything about the Discord channel,
Cool.
how to make your account, and then I can invite you. So that's perfect.
Cool. And this is also a way where we can communicate together with each other online in Virtual Regatta Inshore. And also, if you really
Indeed.
want to, you can challenge your friends in here in the dual mode, as we just have been showing in our commercials. Cube, thank you for joining us in tonight's stream. Thank you that you had the time. I know you have been fighting your way home, so you managed to get into the stream. We also hope to see you in practice, but you didn't have time for coming into. You had something else. But thank you for introduction to the online sailing club. It's called VRI, isn't it?
Yeah, Virtual Regatta Inshore. So VRI Sailing Club.
Cool. Fantastic name. Cube, all the best, and hope to meet you on the server. And I know I will meet you on Discord. We will talk later there. So thank you for joining me tonight. And sleep
Okay.
well when you come to there.
Okay, thank you. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye. And that was Cube with us from Belgium. Fantastic to hear and learn more about e-sailing from some of the top sailors. So, and word of advice, go into the online sailing club if you want to practice and learn from some of the best. There's a huge community there, all the friends there, having fun. This is also the way I'm meeting some of my co-hosts. Example, Steve underscore inset77 is sitting home in Sydney and doing commentating together with me here in Denmark. Thank you for watching tonight's show. Thank you for watching. So we will go offline now, and hopefully we'll see you later in the server. And to all of you watching this show afterwards, thank you for doing it.
Hi, thank you for watching eSailing TV. You can follow us on different social medias online. Go to twitch.tv/eSailingTV and follow us, or just go to Twitch, write eSailing TV in the search area. Then you come to our channel. Here you can scroll down, see the rest of the social medias we are on. YouTube, Facebook, homepage. Please subscribe. Get direct notifications when we are online. You can also go on the videos. If you didn't watch the last live show, you go here and see it. You can also see some of the clips we are doing, or clips some of the other viewers have been doing. Are you more the Facebook type? Then please go to Facebook, write eSailing TV. Then you will get to our Facebook page. When you're in the Facebook page, you can see the live shows. We're doing live shows on 2 channels, Twitch and Facebook. But when you're scrolling down, you will also see clips, small clips, learning videos of what we're doing. Here we're attacking people. Here we're attacking sports federations. So a lot of people will know that we are live. Please share, please like, please follow us. We're also on YouTube. Go to YouTube, write eSailing TV. If you're going on eSailing TV, you can see a lot of videos. Right now, more than 100 videos are online. Here you can go back in time, see some of the races, or see some of the really good duels we have. You can also see a learning video. We're placing everything up there, but we're not sending live on YouTube. I just have to say thank you for following eSailing TV. Please subscribe, please like, please share what we're doing. Together we're growing eSailing TV and eSailing in total. Thank you for watching.